What's up, everybody? I'm Btrue, and if you watched my last storytime with Btrue, that is the Halloween storytime video, then you will know that this video is going to be all about the girl who threw up in my bed during the time of, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, anyway, in the Halloween story, I talked about one of my favorite Halloween memories when I was in college, and when I was talking about that, I also remembered that there was another thing that had happened that I ended up talking about that had to do with an embarrassing moment, going through the business, right? So this is talking about one of those moments, okay? So this is the girl who threw up in my bed story. All right. So, we're going back. This is in college again. I believe this was... no, this was not the same year as the Halloween story. The Halloween story... Actually, yes, it is. It is the same year. Okay. Okay, same year. So, I'm a senior in college, okay? And I was dating this girl. And me and her ended up breaking up. We'd been dating for a while, and then we ended up breaking up on, like, a Saturday or Sunday or something, whatever. So... I wanted to go out that week because, I'm newly single. I want to go celebrate. I want to go have some fun. And so this was a Thursday night because at my college, some of the bars had weekly night specials, and Thursday night was pitcher night. Okay, so you could buy a pitcher of any mixed drink you want. It was like $3. Like, it was like super, super cheap. You can go get really drunk. It was a big night because a lot of people didn't have classes on Friday, so they would go out on Thursday night. Pitcher night was like the thing to do, okay? So me and my best friend, me and my roommate, we go to the bar for pitcher night. So me and him are there, and we're just kind of hanging out, right? We're just talking to ourselves, not really paying attention to everybody who's there. We're just kind of, hanging out, talking. And the next thing I know, this girl walks up and introduces herself. I was like, oh, okay, this is new. This is kind of cool. Instead of always having to be the one going up and introducing yourself to girls in the first place, this girl comes up and introduces herself to me and my roommate. So we start talking for a second, a little bit, and then she calls her friend over. So her friend comes over, introduces herself to me, never even looks at my roommate. Like, my roommate goes to introduce himself, she doesn't even look at him, okay? So I was like, oh, this is a little interesting. So my roommate starts talking to the other girl, and I'm talking with the girl, the friend who came up afterwards. And as I'm talking with this girl, she's pretty attractive, she's pretty cute, and find out that she is on the track team. Okay, so she runs track for our school. She knew of me. We'd never met before, but she knew of me, and she said, yeah, like, she knew that I played football because she said she recognized me because she's seen me like at the games, she's seen me play and all that stuff. So she obviously had already known about me. Like, she had already kind of, I guess, had her eye on me or something. I'm not sure. Maybe she was stalking me. Who knows? So basically, what had happened, and I find this out later, is her friend walked over and introduced herself to me and my best friend to try to, because this girl liked me, and so her friend introduced herself and then called her friend over basically to kind of force her to come talk to me, and that's how this whole thing started. So anyway, we find out that we're both athletes, that she's seen me around and stuff, so we're talking, we're just kind of going over stuff, and she's decently drunk, for sure, she is. I'm nowhere near her level right now. Like, she's kind of got that sway going a little bit, like when someone's a little drunk, they kind of sway. So she's got the sway going. So she's a little bit drunk already. And she's offering me some of her drinks. So I'm I'm drinking her drink and my drink, trying to help her out because I don't want her passing out. Because I'm trying to capitalize, you know what I mean? Like, she came up, she introduced herself. This is gonna be pretty easy. So we just gotta, at this point, it's damage control. Don't let anything happen that's going to ruin this, okay? So we're talking, and as she's swaying, every now and then, she's getting, pretty close. And so I'm doing the whole, when you talk at a bar, where you lean in to talk into somebody's ear, right? But something, and this is, a little tip for everybody, something that you can do if a girl likes you, okay? Now, you got to be careful about this, because this can be construed the wrong way, okay? So first off, make sure that she's giving you signals that she's actually into you before you do this. But anyway, as I'm leaning in to talk to her, what you do is you look them straight in the eyes, okay? Look them in the eyes as you lean in. You lean in straight at their face like you're about to kiss them, and then as you're going in, you kind of turn your head to the side and whisper into their ear. Okay? So that's how, because a lot of times when you're talking in a bar, the music is so loud that you have to talk into each other's ears. Okay, so you kind of like lean in, your like faces are basically touching, so you can talk into each other's ears. This is a way that you can kind of prime them in a way to wanting to kiss you. Okay, because you make them think that you're gonna kiss them, and then you at the last second you move to the side and you talk to them, and they get excited, and then you like pull it away from them. Right? It's a trick. Okay? It's an advanced trick. So. Anyway, so I'm doing that whole thing, right? I'm going in, I'm leaning, getting close, and then talking to her, and then she keeps like leaning farther and farther and like waving in. So eventually, I was just like, "All right, well this girl likes me." So we start making out, okay? And we're making out and everything in the middle of this bar, and I was like, and at this point, it was I wanted to be as cliche as possible because I thought it would be hilarious to pull this off. So I was like, and I'd never done this before. Like I always tried to like disguise or something, but I just like. We're making out, and I pull back, and I go, hey, I was like, you want to get out of here? And I'm like, it's just so cliche. It's like everything is like what they say in the movies and stuff, but I just thought it was hilarious. So I said that, okay? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, let's go back to my place. So we're walking back to my place now, okay? I'm super excited because I know where this is going. She knows where this is going. You know, it's a fun, exciting time. But anyway... as we're walking back to my place, okay? So my place is maybe a 10-minute walk from the bar. So we're walking, we're kind of talking. She's stumbling a little bit, you know. We're both kind of drunk, but she's definitely much drunker than I am. Right next to my house, and I'm talking less than a 1-minute walk, like almost touching, is a Papa John's, okay? Papa John's, for those of you who don't know, is a fast food pizza place in America, okay? So... we have to walk past this Papa John's. And what Papa John's does, this Papa John's in the college town, is after midnight, they give away dollars. They'll sell you a single slice of pizza for $1, okay? Because they have pizza they have to get rid of at the end of the night. So, because normally Papa John's can only sell you whole pizzas, but because they have to get rid of this pizza, they'll sell you slices for $1 just to try and get rid of it. So this girl wants to get Papa John's pizza. So, okay, so we stop in to get pizza. We both get 2 slices of pizza, okay? She downs it. Like, she must have been starving or something. She downs this pizza, okay? I eat my pizza. We're all good to go. Okay, so then we go back up into my house. I wasn't thinking about the fact that she is super drunk and she just ate a bunch of pizza. My bad. So, we get up into my room, right? We start making out, okay? Lights are off. It's like pitch black. We're making out. As we start, like, we're about to, like, we start kind of taking clothes off and everything, and then next thing you know, she's, like, stops for a second, she pulls back, and she goes, where's your bathroom? And I'm thinking, shit. So I'm like, hold on, let me turn the lights on. So I hop up real quick, I walk over to the light switch, right? Right as I'm about to switch that light switch on, I hear that sound, okay? And you guys, if you've ever thrown up or you've been around someone who's drunk who's thrown up before, you know what sound I'm talking about. There's a distinct sound that somebody makes as they begin to throw up. It's like that like deep inner throat burp noise, you know? And so she makes that sound. And I pause and I go, fuck. Flip on the lights and I turn around, there it is. She just puked in the center of my bed. Half-digested pizza and alcohol and vomit. Middle of my bed. I turn the lights on. She gets up, goes out, runs to the bathroom, finishes throwing up. And I'm just sitting there like, you have got to be shitting me. Okay, so I do my best to clean it up in the moment, all right? I take the sheets off, just throw them in the corner. Put some kind of like a sheet. It wasn't even a sheet that fit the bed. I just put something down on top of the bed, and I just laid there, and I'm like, fuck. So eventually she comes back in. She lays down. She's, she apologizes. She's all upset and everything. And I'm like, no, yeah, it's fine. So then we just go to bed. Okay, I'm just like, I'm done with this. We go to bed. somewhere around 4. So this was at like maybe 1 o'clock. All right, somewhere around like 4. All right, she gets up, and I'm a super light sleeper. So if anybody wakes up and moves in my bed, I wake up too. So she wakes up and goes to the bathroom again. Okay, not to puke this time, just normal go to the bathroom. Okay, and I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There's somebody in my bed. Oh yeah, she threw up, and I was like, oh shit. So she comes back in, right? Lays back down, gets kind of close to me. Okay, and I'm just laying there. Next thing I know, I start feeling her hands kind of exploring around. I'm like, wait a second. So she puts her hand in my pants, and I'm like, now granted, I'm sleeping, okay, so all I have on is underwear, right? So there's only one place for her hands to go. And I'm like, am I really going to do this right now? And I thought about it for a second, and I was like, fuck it, she already threw up in my bed. We might as well go for it. So, yeah, at that point, then we finished what we had started 3 hours earlier. And at least there was a silver lining to the story. And the silver lining was we did eventually do the deed and get it on eventually, right? So at least it did work out for the best. Because otherwise that would have been one of my worst stories ever. But at least this way it did kind of, get better. So then in the morning, we finish up and everything. We go to bed. And then in the morning, and don't worry, she had used mouthwash and everything. Like she cleaned her. I didn't just make out with her after she puked. Okay, relax. So in the morning she woke up and she's like, "Oh my God, did I throw up in your bed last night?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Those are the sheets over there." She goes, "I am so sorry." So she washed my sheets for me, which was pretty awesome. I mean, kind of like the right thing to do. I guess she kind of owed me that one because she threw up pizza and vomit in my bed. But she cleaned the sheets for me. She apologized a whole bunch. She was really embarrassed, and I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It happens. And we ended up, hooking up a couple more times before we both graduated, and she was a pretty cool person. But that was a very interesting roller coaster of a night with many ups and downs. It started on a low note, quickly jumped up to a high note, immediately hit a super, super low note, and then finished on a high note. So, hey, you know what? Things happen. Sometimes, it doesn't always happen the way that you want it to, but, in the end, it all worked itself out. So I was pretty happy about it, and I was excited. And now I have a funny story to tell about it. So there we go. That is the time that a girl threw up in my bed while we were in the middle, about to start, But it ended up not stopping it anyway, so things did work themselves out. So I hope you guys enjoyed another story time with Btrue. This seems to be one of my most appreciated series that I've been doing, kind of as a running thing here. So let me know what stories you guys would like to hear. If you can think of a concept or something in life that you want to hear about, I will try and find the closest true story that I have, because that is the whole point of Storytime with Btrue is I want to tell you guys real stories. I don't want to make shit up just for entertainment value. Tell you guys the real crazy shit that happens in my life. So let me know what you guys want to hear, and I will try and do my best to find an appropriate story that is close to what you guys are looking for, that is entertaining and funny, because I want them to be entertaining videos. So there we go. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this video. I hope you guys all have a great day. I will see you all in the next video, and peace.